What's up, world? It's Jasmin Manke, transformational and success coach, and this is my era. What about you?
You. This is My Era podcast. We spark the minds that set the trends that change the world as we know. And it starts right now. So let's go. This is My Era. Hosted by Kuda Biza. And yours truly, Mr. Alexander Starr. This is my era. Represents everybody who knows they want a better world and does something about it. This is our era. What about you? Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, we're coming to you live and direct from New York City, the heart of Manhattan right now. I'm looking at a bunch of buildings. But more importantly, I'm looking at a really beautiful person with a beautiful energy. She came all the way from London, and she has such a wonderful energy, and it makes sense because she is an energy leadership master practitioner. Probably the first one that I've ever met. So we're going to dive in onto that. But she is the founder and CEO of The Confident Boss, Jasmin Manke. She's an international speaker, certified professional coach, and I'll say it again, an energy leadership master practitioner. She's basically an expert in helping professional women overcome their fears and doubts to start their own business. Jasmin, it's a pleasure to have you here with us. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
But of course, this is your era. So I said a lot, and I think we all need to catch up. So can you tell us a little bit more about who you are and what you do?
Yes, of course. So I'm Jasmin Manke, and I do specialize in helping professional women crush their fears and their doubts so that they can also start their own business and also have their own era. So that's what really sprung to my attention here, and that's why I really love the invitation to speak on your podcast, because I do believe that every woman deserves to have their own era and deserves to have their own life, but the life that they love and not just the one that they think they need to have. So that's really my specialty in helping women see their own power and make sure that they're not hiding behind their fears, but allowing them to crush them with love and not suppress emotions, because that's really unhealthy.
Oh my gosh. I can already see you just have like information and wisdom just bursting out of you. So I really appreciate you sharing that with us. So you're a very busy young lady. You shared just a few of the things that you have going on. Like, tell me again and tell us, why are you in New York City right now?
So I actually just launched an incredible event line. It's called Women of Success. 3 weeks ago, I hosted a retreat for Women of Success in Spain, in Mallorca, and I actually have an incredible video of that. It's just wonderful to bring women together, feel like sisters, and have 1 week where it's like not censored and you can be yourself, you can transform, and you can really go along by having all these things transformed in a way where you really got something out of it and not just go on a holiday and you don't really take things with you, but you come back transformed as a different person. So I decided to also make events. So this event in New York right now is going to be on the 29th and 30th, which I'm very excited about because it's going to be a 2-day event about women wanting to start their business, get clarity on their goals, connect to their intuition so that they can take purposeful action forward rather than feeling that they need to really force themselves and feel uncomfortable pretending that there's someone who they really aren't. So things like that are very dear to my heart.
Purposeful action is what This Is My Era is all about. So I will say, when I checked your website, I automatically liked you because you had take action right on the front. Whether it's still up there when people are listening to this podcast, I don't know. Disclaimer. But you have take action right there on the front of your page. And that's what This Is My Era is all about. Take action, not wasting time. The acronym for This Is My Era is TIME, T-I-M-E. It's funny, not a lot of people realize that until we say it, but it all comes together and it all makes sense. So
what I can add to that is really about the take action thing is I'm really known for not taking women's BS because they come up with stories all the time. They just say, oh, I can't do this because all of these different reasons, which are pretty much just existent in your head. So I'm really known for making sure that they have clarity of, is it really something that's stopping you, or how are you making it to stop you right now? And then that's what I meant with purposeful action and exactly about taking action, because you can talk about different things all day long, but it's really up to you whether you're going to make them happen. For example, this podcast, we were going to do it live, and Alexander said, okay, let's do it. Let's meet up. And I said, okay, right. And just before you know it, I took the next Uber and I was here 10 minutes later. It's about taking action, moving forward, making things happen, rather than waiting and just waiting for another excuse yet to fall from the sky.
So, I mean, let's get right into it. How do you help entrepreneurs crush their fears and doubts so that they can maximize their success?
So what I can tell you is that I believe that there is a lot of issues nowadays with Instagram posts and false motivation, because sometimes women feel motivated for a couple of days, 2 days, 3 days, a month or two, but then they go right back where they started from. So what I really focus on is actually letting go of all of their fear in a healthy way that I found to work, because I used to be such a strong introvert. I was very insecure and I never felt good enough of really owning up to what I had to say. I didn't feel like I had anything to say that was special, but only until I was able to overcome that and really have the strategy on connecting to my heart, on knowing exactly what to do and how to make sure that that lasts, I was able to then build my own business on a foundation of success that was unbreakable. So having that unshakable confidence is really what it takes, because if you don't feel that you can be who you really are 100%, you're not going to feel solid and you're not going to be able to be your authentic self and just show up the way you are and just feel happy. I mean, honestly, that's what it comes down to, right? Are we excited to get up in the morning or not? And if you don't feel excited, then that's a huge problem, because it's your life right now. And that's why I think the word action and time is so important, because time is the only non-renewable resource that we will never get back.
So let's talk about these Instagram posts, the motivation posts, because I could sense a real feeling of passion coming from you about that. Everybody's posting motivational stuff. Like it's the thing to do, and they're really good. A lot of them, you're like, wow, that speaks to me. But then what? Right?
So I think, I agree with that, and I love that, and I think it's great that people want to take action. And I've noticed some of my clients, they come to me and their Instagram looks magnificent. It's fantastic. They have all the right fonts and they have all the happy quotes, but when they get on the phone call, because I give out free breakthrough sessions to see whether or not I can or cannot help them, because like I always say, I would rather turn them down than ever let them down, because there's no point in working with somebody if I can't get them the results that they're seeking for. So my point is, when they get on the phone call and I realize, and we're kind of unpack all their backpack with all the stuff that they've been carrying around for years, feeling like they actually are dragging stones along the way, we unpack all of that stuff and we realize that this person is not, never give up and all these motivational stuff they're posting. And that's really what makes me very angry and upset, is that I want to help women actually feel happy and smile even when no one is watching.
What you spoke about in terms of like, I would rather turn you down than let you down. I go through similar things with people that want to book me to help them work on their vocals or to help them write a song. It's gotta be something that, like, what I do is specialized, and if it's not what you're aiming for, then I can't help you, and it's better to not take somebody's money when from a long vision look that, listen, I could take your money and I could lead you on, but it's never going to go the way that you want it to go. So I would rather just turn you down than to take your money, than let you down. I love that.
And I'm the same as well. I do believe in integrity, and I believe in standing up for what you believe in. And I think it's a waste of money, yes, of course. It's a waste of your time, again, and a waste of energy of putting something yet going closer into a direction that may not be meant for you. So I agree with that totally. So obviously the women applying for my services or who want to work with me, 80% they are great, candidates, but actually only if they are willing to help themselves, I can then help them. That's also with the Instagram stories. I'm not gonna just, sometimes when people ask me, oh, you're a motivational speaker, I'm like, no, I'm a person with a really strong opinion and a really big heart of wanting to help people actually get behind it, not to motivate you for an hour, go back home, be motivated and, work 2 hours, and then wake up in the next day again, and then just go back to the life that you hate. So that's not what I'm about. I'm about actually long-term processes of long-term help and actually transformation, not information.
So do you work with men as well, or have you just specialized for only women?
So, funnily enough, I did get a lot of requests at this point for men. So, it really depends on how much they're willing to spend time on it. And obviously, my website is pink. So, if they can get on with the branding, that's totally fine.
Well, my last 3 releases on Spotify have pink covers.
Well,
So
there you
I
go.
happen to love pink. So I like your website
Maybe that's
either
why
way.
they like to work with me, because of the pink. No, I think right now, so it's called The Confident Boss, which is really leading towards women who I help overcome fears. But I'm thinking of actually taking on some men as well, because I do believe in gender equality, and if they're serious about pursuing their dreams and moving forward, then that should definitely be respected, and it would be a disservice to them and selfish of me not to help them if I can and if I know that they are going to let me help them.
And fears, fear is universal, right? Everybody has fears. And that's actually what I want to get into next is that's like in the layers of the onion, right? The people's personality onion, fear is like a really, really deep layer, right? How do you crack those layers and actually help people reach the root of their fears and their inhibitions about what they actually want to do? How do you reach that level of confidence with people to get them to take action? Because fears can be really tough to conquer.
So the question is awesome. Thank you so much for asking me that. And the answer is actually very simple. It's what happens if I don't? It's like if I don't help them to get to the truth and uncover what their fear is, I'm not helping them. I'm just putting another, like I said, Instagram quote, another Band-Aid on top of the wound without actually looking at it. It's like if somebody comes in and they really need surgery and you're giving them a Band-Aid or a mint, you're doing them a disservice. And they're going to end up walking around with a wound and actually having long-term problems with that. And that's exactly the same with fear. Because if we don't address it and we don't address the obvious elephant in the room, things can end up pretty nasty, right? I mean, if I wouldn't have addressed my fears of not feeling that I could do what I wanted to, and I knew that I would have to work in real estate. I used to work in real estate and finance, and I was sat in an office without a window. I would come in the morning, it would be dark. I would leave the room, it would be dark. So I didn't have any sunlight. I'm like the most freedom-fulfilled person. You can sit me here. I'm wearing pink. I love beautiful things and nature and airy, and I just love it. And the view we have is incredible. So it's the gratitude behind it, but it's also addressing the fear and knowing that you can change if you want to. And it's really about who you want to be and whether you want that change, right? That's why I always bring that back, because it's about whether or not you're more committed to your victim mentality or whether you'd like to become the master of cause.
So yeah, let's dive right into that. How has your life changed since you left that no windows workspace and you created windows in your life by pursuing your dream as an entrepreneur?
Wow, I basically, because I was able to craft a business that works from anywhere in the world, and my event may only be 2 days, but I'm like, you know what? I kind of feel like being here for a month, and now I get to do that. I get to just be and go and do whatever I'd like to do. And I really believe in this saying, if it doesn't exist, create it. So if there's something you want to do, you can create it. It's up to you to make it happen and not wait on someone else. And that's exactly what I did with my life. So right now, I mean, I have a routine. Is that what you'd like me to answer as well, or just how my life has changed?
Well, let's start with how your life has changed from a day to day. And yeah, it does tie into your routine. What was your routine before when you had the 9 to 5? And then what did you have to do to create your new routine? And what does that look like?
Well, when I was stuck at that job, I didn't really have anything to look forward to. I would just kind of do the things that are necessary, like brush my teeth, like the things you gotta do. And that's it, it was really that, the things you have to do. And your life shouldn't be filled with have to do's. It should be filled with, oh my God, I get to do. Oh my God, I'd love to do and I'm enjoying and all these kind of things. So I would just do the basics, whatever was necessary, and then go back home, have some food or whatever, and then just stay at home and feel miserable, actually, because I knew that the next day I would have to get up and do the same over and over again. And then at the weekend I'd just be so tired and exhausted that I didn't even feel like doing anything. So it was very monotone. It was very dissatisfying because I was going against who I was. So now I really love being able to wake up and set my own schedule. And obviously I have clients in different time zones, so I get to just adjust accordingly, move things around, have a proven system behind, because I'm very behind that, because I'm very high and very, very big on productivity. So it's important that you have a highly efficient productivity system in place. So otherwise you won't be able to just go out there and do things. So that's why I always stress that having a mentor, having somebody in your life is just vital, because I wouldn't be here and wouldn't be where I've gotten to in such a short period of time if I wouldn't have had somebody that would be supporting me and guiding me and mentoring me along the way in all steps. And I mean, still, I will always have a mentor and make sure that I know I have someone to discuss these things and they are a step ahead of me and they know what to do and they can guide me through that.
So you don't have to go into tremendous detail, but circle back about 30 seconds. You said productivity systems. You have to have a productivity system in place. Can you share with us a few of your productivity tips?
Sure. So I do believe that there is, because I also have a master's for psychology, neuroscience, and mental health, I know that there is actually a different strategy that you can use to actually trick your brain and functioning longer and focusing longer. So there is a way of actually making sure that you can focus longer without taking some unhealthy things or just, ruining or damaging your body. It's actually a way of being able to focus longer. So
I was about to take a sip of my coffee until you said that, and now I feel bad, like I should know what you know.
No, I mean, caffeine is okay. It depends. I would definitely recommend only having caffeine once in the morning and not getting dependent on it. That's something that I really recommend. And like I mentioned, by tricking your brain, just have decaf, if you really need to have a coffee, that's something. But, just having one coffee a day is important for you. Make sure to get a lot of movement in as well. So even if you have to check emails, you can just do that on a treadmill. You can just go out and walk and do things. And when you have meetings and you know that you're working, you should schedule them within either a time for you to walk there or within walking distance, so that you actually get time to move in between those meetings. And then that's definitely part of what I would recommend starting off with. And one thing as well is sleep. It's so important. Don't, people think that by going faster, they can achieve more. That's not true. It's actually the worst thing you can do if you're cutting down on sleep. You need to make sure that you're rested, because you might be doing a lot of work, but actually you're not doing any good quality work, and you're just doing more, but you're doing less in quality, less effectiveness of what you really want to achieve, and you're not going to be able to function properly. And think about it, it's not just today, it's not just this year. Like you said, it's about taking action now, but I'm really all about taking action now, but being able to have this era for my whole life. Not just for the next year, for having the next 5 years, but actually being able to sustain this and keep it up.
Yeah, and long-term vision is what really makes This Is My Era so powerful. And to kind of second what you were saying about needing the rest as opposed to going longer, in the music industry, you see so many people trying to have like writing sessions and recording sessions. They go till like 4, 5, 6 in the morning, and you've been there since the late afternoon, and you just see it. It becomes obvious, like blatantly obvious in a recording session where nothing becomes productive. Like nobody likes anything that's being done, and everybody's tired, but they're like, oh, we got to finish this song. But I'm like, yo, it's not going to happen because you're mentally tired and your creativity ain't going to work. So a lot of people in the music industry, if you're listening to this and you're one of those artists or writers who just grinds without rest, get some rest, because you'll like everything that you create after you've rested versus trying to push yourself and stretch.
I'd love to add to that as well, Alexander, because actually when you're resting, you are letting your subconscious mind work with you.
Ooh.
So it's not that you're not working, it's just you're letting yourself rest and work during sleep. So if you do that little mindset hack, it's a different way of looking at it. It's not that you're actually taking a break, it's just you're adding fuel to the fire and making sure that it's gonna not just become like a little mini flame, but actually fireworks, and allowing you to really hit that with a big boom.
That's beautiful. You have amazing metaphors, and I really appreciate them. They really connect. Even as as an artist, your metaphors really connect. So why don't you tell us a little bit more about what you are doing now, what you have coming up, and how people can get involved with you and what you're doing.
So I have a few things. So obviously the coaching program, which is really focusing on whether I can or cannot help professional women. So women who are stuck in their 9-to-5s and they kind of lost it. They just feel lost. They just feel not seen, not heard, and not really feel confident in who they are. And they just don't feel like they stand for anything. So really help them uncover their fears, but then also help them not crush them, but heal them really long term. So, and then start their own business so that they have something sustainable and that they can take care of themselves and that they can be independent and not have to rely on anyone. So another thing that I'd love to offer you guys as well is a free masterclass, which is really incredible. It's an opportunity for you to actually watch a free training that I've put together exclusively. And these are actually the 5 secrets that my female clients use to start their own business without ever having their fears steal their dream again. And it really consists of a step-by-step game plan that my clients use to start their own business, to stop procrastination, to let go of their fears and really take consistent action forward so that they have enough confidence to really start their own business. So I highly recommend that you watch it, and I'm sure the link can be provided somehow. So that you can actually watch it, you don't have to hear about it. You will never see it. Yeah,
the link is gonna be it's gonna be right there in the blog post.
You can't watch it. So it's a free masterclass, and like I said, it's got a lot of golden nuggets in there that will help you actually take action right now. So it's something that I do recommend and really put together with a lot of heart and intuition and love and just giving that to you. Yeah.
So y'all make sure you go take the masterclass. It's free. JasminManke.com/masterclass. Jasmin is without an E. JASMIN.
MANKE.
MANKE. JasminManke.com/masterclass. And that's where you take it. And you're going to get enlightened, you're going to get empowered, and you're going to rise up. So, Miss Manke, we ask every guest that comes on this show, how are you making this your era? Why is this your era?
This is my era because I've decided not to let anyone, including myself, hold me back from anything that I want to achieve, And I really believe that I can make things happen the way I want them to so that I can help other people do the same. So it really is a win-win situation. And just even collaborations like those, these valuable moments you get to share with inspiring people and have chats on a different level, right? There are these people out there who are just like you. You don't have to feel that separation. You need to know that there are people who need to hear what you have to say. So really don't hold back and go for it and just go full in.
Boom. Beautiful. This is your era. So we have something that I also have every podcast guest do. You're going to channel your inner recording artist, and you're going to do a drop. Pretend you're on like MTV Live or TRL Live, and you're like, what's up, world? This is Jasmin Manke, transformational success coach, and this is my era. What about you?
All right. Okay. What's up, world? It's Jasmin Manke, transformational and success coach, and this is my era. What about yours?
What about you?
What about yours?
But that was really good, though.
No, it wasn't. I wasn't in too much power. Okay, let's do this. Okay. What's up, world? It's Jasmin Manke, transformational and success coach, and this is my era. What about you?
You. What about you? That was really good.
Yes.
What about yours?
What about yours? I'm like, duh.
No, this has been really awesome. Like, straight vibes. Like, you've got the glow. And everyone needs to visit JasminManke.com/masterclass. And you will get her free masterclass. And
you'll know exactly what to do when you're stuck in fears and doubts and you want to start your business. Stop procrastinating. Stop looking for reasons why not. And take action now, because now is your time.
Now is your time, and the acronym for now is no opportunity wasted. Because this is your era. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll catch y'all on the flip side. See y'all next week.
And it starts right now. This is
my era. Well, let's go.
This is my era.
Oh yeah.
This is my era.
It's the first time.
This is my era.
Come on. Come on.
This is my era.
This is my era.
What about you? Everybody runs the race. Some have what it takes, and others don't make it through. What about you? Stand up when they call your name. Stand out when you do your job. Let greatness notice you. If you're just wishing for glory, then what are you asking? Victory ain't sweet if you don't live through the pain. So many great ones before me found glory everlasting. That's what I came to do, came to be. Cause see, this is my era.
Oh yeah.
This is my era. This is my era.
Come on. This is my era.
This is my era.
Come on. This is my era.
What about
About
you?
you.
This is my era, this is my era. The mission and the vision never been so clearer. Seems like the world ain't getting no better. If you wanna see a change, take a look in the mirror now. You possess the key to unlock it. Open up the door, opportunities knocking. You can't deny. On this road that we're walking, there's gonna be some obstacles, but we'll keep on marching. Some will doubt you, even talk about you, but this world wouldn't be the same without you. Golden people on the rise, we know our value. Reaching the impossible, we'll show you how to. Don't know about you, but I know about me. I was born with everything I need to succeed. Living out the dreams, what I'm supposed to do, what I'm supposed to be. Cause see,
This is my era.
Put 'em up. Put 'em up. Put 'em up.
This is my era.
Put 'em up. Put 'em up. Put 'em up.
This is my era.
This is my era. Come on.
This is my era. This is my era. What about you? The world is counting on me, yeah, yeah. To be that change that we all wanna see, yeah, yeah. Yeah, whoa, whoa, oh. And as long as I'm living and breathing, I reach for the sky, giving living a meaning. That's what I was put